What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. We're going to be going ahead and jumping into our playoff game here in today's game to finish out this franchise. You guys will be able to see the playoff bracket. All of the other playoff games have been played, so the Packers will be moving on. The Washington football team will be moving on. The Titans defeated the Broncos user, and we have the Browns today. Now, I know the Browns are not going to be an easy team to beat, so I'll see you guys in the game, and we'll see what happens during this matchup and see if we can't get a win against this team. So we're joined back here from the 23-yard line. The Browns were unable to get a score on their opening drive. We have been driving pretty successfully downfield here. We are now at the 12-yard line, as you guys can see after that run from Tata Farrell. Miles Pryor, however, has been getting a lot of the work here on today's drive. He has, I think, 30 or so yards rushing, a couple of receptions as well, one reception, I think, actually. And he's been doing absolutely phenomenally for us today. I'm going to go ahead and audible Thomas to a slant here and see who gets open. Thomas does get open. That's Lee the Tree. Gets us down to the 1-yard line. We're very close here to getting the first score of today's game. We're going to try and go with a power run to the outside and have Miles Pryor punch this one in. He gets good blocking, sheds a tackle, and gets into the end zone for the first score of the game. That's going to put us up by a touchdown here early. Not a whole lot of time left in the first quarter. The Browns had a decent-sized drive that they ended up having to punt away, and our drive was a pretty long, steady drive that ate up a lot of clock here in the first half. So first half is almost halfway gone, and only a one-score game at this point. To cap off the first quarter, we had De'Ara King connecting with Tavarius Horton here on this rollout slant. He was wide open on this slant coming across the field. Some type of a breakdown in their zone coverage left him wide open, and this is going to get the Dolphins here again down to about the 25-yard line in prime position to score. Still up 7-0. The Browns were unable to do anything on their last drive again. Derek King's going to drop back, looking for Tata Farrell on the halfback zone route. Able to get outside and able to get us our second touchdown of the day. So both of our halfbacks contributing major touchdowns here early in this one. I don't know if I named that route correctly by Tata Farrell coming out of the halfback. I think it's like a red zone halfback route. I don't really know what it's called, but excellent route by Farrell. He's been an absolute receiving threat for us out of the backfield for a while now. And De'Ara King hits him open in stride and puts us up by 2 scores with about 7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. De'Ara King's going to have Tavarius Horton wide open once again, and he's going to outrun the defense for an 80-yard touchdown. And forget what I said about the Browns not being easy to beat, because so far they're not putting up a whole lot of a fight. And on offense, we have been absolutely tearing apart this defense today. About 6 minutes left now in the quarter, and we're up by 3 scores. And guys, that's going to do it for today's game. There was not much else to show you, to be honest with you. Once we got out to that early lead, we just rumbled and tumbled our way to chewing the clock out. And even chewing out the clock, we were unable to not put up a bunch of points. We ended up going up 49-0 in this ballgame, and I don't know what's going on with that glitch there. A 49-0 blowout in a game that I thought was going to be competitive. So it was just one of those games that we ended up dominating. So we'll be moving on to the next round of the playoffs here. You guys will get to see it live. We'll advance, and you guys will get to see what exactly our opponent is here in the next round. We'll upgrade Glenn Dickinson real quick as a deep threat receiver. And here you guys have it. Here is the next round. So we will be facing off against the Titans. I guess I could have figured that out on my own because they did beat the Broncos. And then we'll be facing the winner of the user versus user game if we make it to the Super Bowl, who is Green Bay and Washington football team. We are facing the Titans, though, this week, who have been a very formidable opponent for a long time. They've eliminated us from the playoffs a couple of times, as both the Steelers and the Dolphins but that was back when the Titans were a user team. So we're going to go ahead in against this Titans team and see what kind of a matchup this ends up being, but I don't really know what to think about it because I thought that Browns game was going to be tougher than 49-0. And we're going in now facing the Titans, who I think are about as good as the Browns. I know the Browns came in as 8-8, but I don't really know what to think. And excellent news as we go into the AFC Championship game. Cornerback Mawe Ladrove is returning from injury, so we will be at full strength from that perspective in our secondary going into this game against the Titans. Now, what I am considering doing here, and we'll see if we can execute on this or not if he wants to, but I am offering the chance, because obviously this is a CPU, and the CPU wasn't much of a match in that last game. I'm offering the chance for the Titans coach to return to the Titans and give me a fight in this AFC Championship game to see what can happen if he can maybe take his team to the Super Bowl or not. In any case, whether we face the CPU or we face the user, I'm going to cut this video here today, and we'll make a video of it in the next one, and then we'll make a video of the Super Bowl if we get there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know there wasn't really much to this video here today, especially with how crazy that blowout was. That was honestly absurd, because even in the games that we've played this season, we haven't blown out teams that badly in this franchise. So I don't know what was going on there. Just a bad game for the Browns, and fortunately for us, we get to advance again. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment down below. See you in the next one. Have a good one.